So at this point, I am beginning to put in a little bit of my color, and because I was so enchanted with the yellow, I have put in some basic yellow to indicate my roses. And now I am thinking that the leaves might be my most obvious place to go. Again, when you're mixing a green, you have to be very careful. I am taking a little bit of the orange and phthalo green and starting out with kind of an olive color. As you probably know, acrylic will dry darker than it appears on your palette. This is just going to be kind of a sketchy bit of leafy green that I want in the painting. I'm not ever going to try to just paint every little leaf, but I do want to begin with some of the basic leaf structure that is there. Depending on your rose, many of them have a very typical 3 or 5 leaves at the end of a stem. If you just indicate that, it certainly gives your plant a little, your sketch a little reality in the sense that that's how it is formed. I will often work with colors on my palette and kind of run around and sketch in the items that are that color. That's just my own technique. With acrylic, it's nice. Once you have color on your brush, you want to kind of get some items in there that will be that color. All of these leaves will probably be kind of touched up part of the leaf or all of it. And if you notice, and I might go with a little bit deeper shade, I'm grabbing a little bit of a cobalt blue and some more of my green. I'm going back for just a hint of orange to, which is a complementary color in a sense, to dull it down a little bit. This center area of my bouquet, of course, has some very dark greens that make it attractive for the showing off those beautiful yellow roses. Again, I am just fortunate. Our rose plants grow out where our septic tank drains, and in the desert we don't have lots and lots of water. I used to have more roses, and they really, quite frankly, all died. They were here in this house before I moved here. So right now I've got that beautiful yellow, I don't know what it is. And then I have a pink Cecil Bruner, if you're familiar with that. Oh my goodness, it has a beautiful fragrance and blooms early in the spring, and then it is done. It's our little enchanted plant. Now, because I believe that you need to work on every part of your painting at once, I am going to attempt to put in some of this background color, which on my palette, I first mixed up a color that was a little more lavender using ultramarine blue, some cadmium orange, just a little bit over here with, of course, a lot of white. And it turned out very, very purple on my palette, especially against the yellow. So I've gone to a shade that is a little more blue, a little duller. I'm kind of imitating what is over there on my the canvas behind the painting, because I feel your darks and your lights and your shades of your entire piece need to be put in early, so you're looking at the whole. I firmly believe that your colors should not all be the same color as you are coming down the page. And if you're looking carefully, you will see a variety in the shades of the background. Maybe getting lighter at the top, maybe getting lighter in the middle. I've got kind of a reflection over here of my other room, which I'm just going to incorporate into my painting. At this point, I'm going to get a little wild and use a tool that is a rubber tipped, oh golly, color shaper that I happen to get on sale, but it will make much more free and loose and uncontrolled, almost like using a stick, which some people like to do in their painting, for these branches, which I'm going to put in a darker color here, which is almost a purple magenta. I feel that the painting will need some dark highlights, and I may cover some of this up if it gets a little too dark. But this color shaper will allow me to use a little more of a free and impulsive touch to these lines. And sometimes it works better with a little more medium in it, so that's what I'm about to do.